What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about how to change your life. Now, if you guys clicked on this video hoping for like a couple clips of Gary Vee yelling at you, cussing at you, being like, get your shit together, man. Or you're looking for like maybe a couple clips from the Rocky movie where he's like, you gotta be willing to take the hits. You're at the wrong freaking video, alright? I'm here to break down into 6 simple steps how people actually go about changing their lives. The first step seems like super obvious, almost like you shouldn't even have to say it, but it's the catalyst to what actually enacts the change going forward. And that is you become self-aware of where your life currently is. For like men in their 40s, this is known as like, you know, the midlife crisis. For alcoholics or other addicts, this is known as like hitting rock bottom. It's where you reach a point, you have that aha moment where your eyes are open, the fog is cleared, and you begin to look around and you realize that you're either not where you want to be or this is not at all where you thought you were going, and that you need to make a change and it has to happen now. And the reason that this is so important is because change is never going to happen unless you actually are willing to accept and admit to yourself and be honest that where you are in life right now is not where you want to be. So that was step 1. Step 2 is that you come to the realization that where you are in life right now is no longer enough to satisfy you going forward, or you actually get to that point and then you start looking around and you're like, okay, this actually isn't as great as I thought it was going to be. Or you end up in a situation where you're like, man, this is definitely not where I saw my life going or where I wanted my life to be. So you have to actually make the conscious decision that, okay, this right here, right now is not enough for me. It's not enough for me right now, and it's not going to be enough for me going forward. So maybe you're at a job right now and you're not happy there. Maybe, you know, you thought you were going to go there and you were going to get promoted and you were going to work your way up, and that's just not happening. Maybe you thought that by the time you were, you know, this age in your life, you'd be making this amount of money, or you would have achieved this much, or you would have, you know, gone back and got your master's degree or something like that. You know, it could be anything, but you start to look around and you start to identify all these things that are just not enough for you anymore. They're not enough to satisfy you. They're not what you thought you were going to be at in your life, and something needs to change and needs to happen now. So step 3 is where you really have to actually take the time to sit down and identify what is it that's actually going to be giving you this level of satisfaction, giving you this, you know, certain amount of achievement, accomplishment in your life. Like for example, like I took the time to sit down and write down all the talking points for this video, and some of you people out there aren't even willing to sit down and write down your goals and some of your aspirations for your own life. Like this is real life we're talking about, guys. Every single day that goes by, that's it, that's done. You're not gonna get it back. And guess what? Tomorrow isn't guaranteed either. So take the time to sit down and to actually be willing, have the guts to put down on paper what it is that's going to motivate you, what it is that's going to give you that level of satisfaction, make you feel like you have a reason to get out of freaking bed in the morning. And keep in mind too, this thing doesn't always have to be something brand new that you've never achieved before. It can also be something that maybe you already have achieved. Maybe it's a level that you've already reached and you've gotten lazy, you've gotten complacent, or you got comfortable and you've since dropped down from that position or from that level. It doesn't have to be something brand new. Like a personal example for myself, like I was a full ride scholarship football player once. Due to some circumstances that were outside of my control, that got taken away from me. So for me, in order to get back to that level where I felt like I was doing something that was worth it, that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing in my life, that was a level that I had to get back to. So it doesn't always have to be something brand new. Maybe it's something that you've already done for yourself, or you've already started that process and you've either stopped that process or maybe you've taken a couple steps back in that process. Just identify, be willing to take the time to write it down, guys, so you can have a clear, concise path. So step 4 is where you actually begin to decide on the plan for how you're going to go about achieving what you identified in step 3. So if you've identified that you want a promotion in step 3, and that's what you really want in life, and that's what's going to get you out of bed in the morning, and that's going to make you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with your life, step 4 is where you identify what you need to do in order to get there. So if you want a promotion at work, maybe you have to start staying until 7 o'clock, you know, a few times a week if you're normally leaving at 5. You need to, you know, be putting in overtime hours. If it's, you know, you want to get those starting reps, you know, you want to get that starting spot on the team, maybe it's staying a little bit later after practice and getting in those extra reps with those other people. Maybe it's staying late in the film sessions and being like, hey coach, what about this? What about this? What about this? Understanding the playbook better, understanding your position better, showing your coach, showing your boss at work, hey, I'm trying to put in the time and effort so I can get to that level. And step 4 is really where you need to be writing these things down too. You're not going to get it right the first time. These steps for how you're going to achieve that are definitely going to change. No one's going to sit down and write down perfectly the very first time how they're going to go out and achieve what it is that they want in life. Because more than likely, if you knew how to get there already, you would have been there already and you wouldn't be watching this stupid video right now. Step 5 is where you instill these safeguards and these extra boosts kind of kept hidden away to make sure that when you hit those roadblocks along the way, that those don't completely stop you and deter you from going on and finishing and achieving your goals. Because trust me guys, everybody has a plan. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Step 5 is about finding your why. Your why is the entire reason that you started this process of changing your life in the first place. Because you looked at the path that you were currently on, or you looked at the place where you currently are, and you realized this is not where I either want to be or this is not where I want to be going. Your why is what is going to keep you getting back up every single time life punches you in the freaking mouth. Your why is going to get you out of bed at 5 in the morning. Your why is going to keep you at work until 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Your why is going to be how you're able to reach deep down inside and keep going even when everyone else around you has quit, when everyone else is like, yo man, take a step back, like, you know, you've done enough, you're doing fine. Like, no, your why is what is going to keep you going when everything else around you has either stopped or is trying to pull you back. Your why can be anything. It can be maybe you want to provide a better life for your kids and for your wife than you had growing up. Maybe it's that you're looking around and you're sick and tired of being in debt all the time, and for every single time you get a paycheck, all that money just goes straight out to all the things that you're in debt for. Maybe you want to actually, for the first time in your life, take the initiative, take the freaking step to get a budget, write it down, and actually take control of your finances. All these things, all these reasons become your why. They become the thing that you draw on. They become the thing that you reach for and pull out when life hits you in the mouth, when that roadblock that you didn't see coming comes up, when that thing that would have always derailed you currently in the past is no longer going to be able to derail you because you have your why. Without this, you will get burned out, you will quit, just like you've done every single time in the past, because unless you have a why that is strong enough and that means enough to you and that you own for yourself, you will never ever be able to keep going until you get to that point that you want to get to. Step 6 is something that no one ever talks about, but that all successful people do. Look around, look at the Elon Musks, look at the Gary V's of the world. Every single one of these people is giving back after they've accomplished what it is that they set out to do. So, you know, you've got all these people that are going around, they're talking at conferences, they're, you know, giving advice to all these people. They've achieved a certain level that they wanted to achieve. I'm not saying that they're done. I'm just saying that they've achieved a certain level to where they're starting to look around and they're like, man, I want to give back. I've already achieved so much. I've already learned so much. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to give back to other people in hopes that they can come to the same realization that I did back when I was in step 1, so that they can start the process to change their lives. I guarantee that as rewarding as it is to hit that level that you wanted to hit, that you've achieved that thing that you wanted to achieve, I guarantee you, as rewarding as that could be for yourself, nothing will ever be as rewarding as actually turning around and taking your experiences and using those to help somebody else achieve what you've achieved. Truthfully, that's the entire purpose of this YouTube channel, guys. All I want to do is use my life experiences, which I've had a lot of, even for already being so young. Trust me, guys, I've been through a lot. I want to use my experience, strength, and hope to help other people, to pass it along, to spread positivity, because there's so much negativity in the world, guys. There's so many people, even people that you're friends with, even some of your family members, who are just nothing but negative to you. They're always telling, don't do that, you can't do that, don't try and do that, you know, you might fail, so don't even try it. Like, just forget about these people, man. This is about you. This is about your life. Go out and make it what you want it to be. When I was 19 years old, I was working as an elevator mechanic in Miami. I wasn't going to school. I had been a pretty good athlete all through high school, but nothing ever panned out for me to be able to go play sports in college. And I came to a point where I was like, I think I want to go play college football. A ton of people around me who I thought were my friends at the time were like, dude, that's stupid. There's no way that you're ever going to be able to go play college football. You didn't play it in high school. You don't have any experience. No one's ever going to give you a shot. I chose to just absolutely cut all those people out of my life and focus only on the positive things from the people who were feeding me positivity, and focus on my goals and focus on the process of what I would need to do to be able to get there. And guess what, you guys? I had a fantastic career as a college football kicker. I'm not saying that just to like gas myself up or make you guys think that I'm like this great person that's achieved so much. I'm just giving you guys a tangible example of how I've applied these principles in my own life, and I'm trying to work step 6 right now, guys. I'm trying to turn around and help you guys by sharing some of my experiences and some of my strengths that I've gained along the way, so hopefully you guys can follow the same path, follow the same process, and change your life, guys. So that's it, guys. That is the 6 steps. That is the blueprint for how to go about changing your life. Hopefully this video was inspiring to you guys, eye-opening. Hopefully you guys are going to take this information, you're going to turn around, and you're going to use it to actually enact some real change in your life, guys. Every single decision that you make can actually alter the course of your entire life, guys. I firmly 100% believe that. I've seen it play out time and time again in my life. I'm a believer, guys. I'm not just gassing y'all up. I'm not just, saying random things at you guys. This is all stuff that I've actually gone through personally, stuff that I've realized and just, taken note of along the way, guys. And I'm just trying to turn around and work step 6 and share all of this with you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway, so that's pretty cool. Like I said already, I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and we will catch you guys next time.